winner drawn each week on Fridays, a $250 winner drawn on the third Wednesday of each month, and a $500 winner drawn on January 2nd, 2024. All YMCA memberships are a 12-month commitment. The Y for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome into the WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak. Time now for the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. I got Bruce Blanchard in the studio with me today. He's the director of the Christian County YMCA. How's everything been at the YMCA this month, Bruce?
Tim, everything's been fine. Everything's going well. And we keep getting new members, so hopefully that continues to go up. Our soccer program's going well this fall, and so things are looking up for the Y.
That sounds really awesome. We talked a lot about fall soccer programs, so I'm glad to know that those have kicked off to a great start there. A little unintentional pun there. You guys got some big things coming down the way here. Plenty of teen center dates, grade school parties. We want to get into all of that today. I want to talk about something pretty big you guys got coming up first. You guys got the 35th annual auction, one of the biggest fundraisers for the YMCA. Talk to me a little bit about this.
Yeah, the auction, this is the 35th year that the YMCA is going to host the benefit auction. And it is the biggest one-day fundraiser that the YMCA has, but it takes a lot of work to get there. There's an auction committee that helps with planning, the theme, the decorations. Some of those folks do help solicit gifts. Then there's a fundraising committee that helps fundraise gifts and helps us to make sure we have several silent and live items, excuse me, Tim, for people to bid on and have fun. And it's a really, really neat event. Doors open at 5, hors d'oeuvres start at 5:30, and then the live auction and dinner starts at 7 p.m. And it's hosted at the Pillars Event Center on Friday, November 10th. So please, if you're out there, you're thinking about it, we'd appreciate it. Get a table of 8. It's $75 per person, and it's a great event.
Wow. It sounds like that's going to be a huge help. Once again, it always is. 35 years of this auction. So that sounds really great. And every year you can see these donations going back in to the YMCA. You see that every year? Oh, yeah, every year.
So the funds help offset the YMCA's operations, but yet some of those funds are used to help those who are financially disadvantaged, and helps the Y provide an opportunity for everybody. So we always serve everyone, and we're very fortunate because we've had folks like Tom Calvert and Dee Ford, who are basically the kind of the brains behind the outfit. They arrange all the decorations and come up with the themes, and folks like Karen Yeaman on our committee, who is always out there soliciting funds and helping the Y, and Judy and Wayne Swigert, who are our chairs this year, helping do the same. And there's so many other people who are involved. So just a big thank you to everybody. Lisa Eden, who's on our committee, Andrea Bach and staff and other volunteers. So should be a big event this year.
Sounds like it's going to be another great year. What's the theme this year?
So our theme is champagne and true grit.
Okay.
So somewhat of a country theme. We're going to serve beef brisket, pork chop, or I guess it's herb dilled lemon crusted mahi mahi. So yeah, it's there'll be one of 3 choices, and then there will be a salad and other vegetables, and then a dessert. So it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, all the way around, from the food to the event itself. It sounds like it's going to be a very great time. This is the 35th annual auction held by the YMCA. It's happening on November 10th. Doors open at 5, and the actual auction starts at 7 p.m. So that's going to be really, really fun there. I'm really giving you the best of luck with that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it, Tim.
Absolutely. Let's get back into more of the YMCA. The fall soccer is underway now. 140 participants this year, 12 teams. You guys did a great job with that.
Yeah, we, the spring used to kind of be the big program, but I think this year, I don't know, it might be one of the larger ones we've had in a while. So 12 teams, there's 140 kids between like pre-K, kindergarten, up to 8th grade. and the fields were really happening this weekend. I was out there taking photos, talking to folks, and it went really, really well. So our program, Maggie Vokes, has done a really good job. It's a class act. It's a great program. A lot of sponsors, a lot of local businesses who help support our program. And then as we get their T-shirts, we put the sponsor logo on the front, get the kids' photos. So we'll try to share that with our business sponsors who help support the program.
Sure. I remember you came in a couple months ago. You left registration open for a week or so more just because not too many people were signing up. And it looks like you guys got them. So that's really good.
We did. And it that's kind of the way it is, because people are registering for school and there's so much, they're a last minute vacation and there's so many other things going on. So when they kind of wrap all that up, then it's like get their kids involved in youth sports.
Yeah.
So several of them signed up. Games started on September 9th. Will continue through October, and games are Saturday mornings out at the Y soccer fields from 8 to noon. So a lot of fun.
That's really awesome. Really awesome. Glad to hear that you guys got the signups there, and fielding 12 teams makes for a great Saturday game day Saturday. So that's really awesome. More with the YMCA here. You guys got obviously the teen center open. We talked about this last time. Very excited little initiative here for 6th to 8th graders. Tell me about this and what those dates look like.
Yeah. So we hosted one teen center already this year. We had 40 kids show up. So it was a great one first time. We usually try to let the kids get a few weeks in under school, kind of got their routine down, and then we'll put a teen center in there. We try to go every other Friday, 2 Fridays a month. Our next teen center will be Friday, September 22nd, and then it's October 6th, October 20th, November 3rd, November 17th, December 1st and 15th. So we try to keep it consistent. So then that way the kids get into a routine. We tried to sort of look at the home football schedule and tried to plan it out as best we can, knowing that, we want kids to support the football program and other fall sports programs as well. So, but it is great. It gives the junior high kids an opportunity to come out to the Y, kind of hang out with your friends, listen to music, play some basketball, ping pong, foosball, volleyball, racquetball, just kind of hang out if they just want to sit around and talk to their friends and or walk around the building. I mean, really. And we try to play some music for them, something that they kind of like,
Sure.
But it's a lot of fun.
That's really awesome. We talked last time about how important these days are for 6th to 8th graders. They don't always have places to go to unless, it's at another kid's house with parents around. But this is that structured, unstructured time for these kids where they can make their own decisions. Like you said, they can play basketball. They can just enjoy some time with friends and inside the safe walls of the YMCA. So that's really fun. I think there's only 2 home games left for the Tornadoes at this point. So they got some good Fridays coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be really fun. So teen center dates, those will all be posted online. So don't worry about that. If you just missed it, we'll get those out for you. The grade school parties, though, for the even younger kiddos, that they can come by, 3rd to 5th graders. Tell me about these days.
Yeah, so we just had our first grade school party this past Saturday, and haven't even talked to the staff yet to see how it went. But I went to a family wedding in Pana, and driving back, there were all the lights on. I could tell that the Y was happening. So Saturday night we have a grade school party from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. for kids in 3rd through 5th grade. So it's like a preempt to teen center. You kind of give them their own time. They get to come out, they swim, they hang out with their friends, they play some sports, they watch some TV, they eat, they play ping pong, racquetball, whatever. It really just kind of, our goal is really to provide a safe, structured, wholesome environment. Let kids kind of come out, let them have fun at their own pace, and encourage some activities, throw some activities out at them. I know with junior high kids and grade school kids, like dodgeball's a big deal, shootout, or, some other things with basketball or whatever. So we try to do some 3-on-3 stuff as the weather gets colder. So it's a lot of fun. They really, really enjoy it. And it gives them a time to kind of be in the building all by themselves.
Yeah. And they go home and they promptly go to sleep, I'm sure, because these nights sound like they're tiring and just so fun. It brings me back to my days where these weird things would happen by middle school or whatever, but these nights are what you remember when you grow up, those Friday nights spending with your closest friends in a place like the YMCA. I mean, that's super fun to provide these times for these kids.
I think, for families, they know that they can drop their child off for teen center on a Friday or for grade school on a Saturday. They drop them off and they know they're safe for 4 hours. They're in a safe, wholesome, structured environment. They're being supervised. And everyone makes mistakes, but we're there to try to make sure that they do the right thing and have fun and enjoy themselves. And it's all part of growing up, So we just want to help, I guess, be that organization that keeps kids busy and keeps them active and lets them enjoy themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. They can make those little mistakes in the nicest, safe atmosphere of the YMCA, and they can learning all the social cues and everything. It's so fun to think about all these great events happening with the YMCA. We're going to take a little break here. When we come back, we're going to talk Rock Steady Boxing, another great program offered by the YMCA, and just all the great other programs that are happening coming up here. Talking with Bruce Blanchard, director of the YMCA, right now. Take a short little break here on the WTIM Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Does family fun interest you? This is Shala Snagel, Executive Director at Kimmer Village. Join us Saturday, September 16th at the Sloan's Family Fun Day in Assumption, 9 to noon. Brick's Exquisite Eats will be cooking up delicious food with proceeds going to our Assumption Community Child Care Center fundraiser. We are committed to bringing quality licensed daycare to you. Join us for the fun.
This is a station editorial. I'm Randall J. Miller, station president. Myself and many others have long lamented about the lack of self-control and government spending on both the state and federal levels, no matter what party is in power. Seems like those running Illinois' checkbook just keep taxing us to fund what they think the priorities are, but many times they aren't what Joe and Nancy Lunchbucket want. What looms in Springfield is the public pension debt, which according to the IllinoisPolicy.org website is now $4.4 billion because legislators are supposedly underfunding that pension fund on purpose. And on the federal level, politicians think they have an open-ended credit card, and as a result, the country now has a debt the legislators claim is only $32 trillion, but according to the website truthandaccounting.org, where the national debt tally shows by the second, the true U.S. debt is closer to $159 trillion. That's just short of $1 million for each U.S. taxpayer. The sad part about all this is that spending both in Illinois and in Washington is in the runaway category with no signs of ending. The U.S. government is the biggest borrower in the country. Can you imagine what the true interest rate you and I pay to borrow would be if our country didn't have to make principal and interest payments on the $159 trillion debt? This issue doesn't make the headlines because, frankly, politicians want to ignore it. Passing out money, whether it's COVID funding or pork projects, get them reelected. It's like being on an addictive drug. Once you've tasted the candy, you don't want to stop. With an election year looming next year, it's time you and I start asking the question to whoever runs for any office: what are you going to do about the out-of-control government spending, whether in Springfield or Washington? If they give you a gobbledygook answer, you know that they're either not going to answer the question or do nothing about it. And that unfunded state pension obligation and the national debt clock both continue to roll on. That's our opinion. We welcome yours. Our email address is editorial@randyradio.com.
Find out about available lots for lease at Hillcrest Park or Bailey Park in Taylorville for you to become a member of either mobile home community by clicking their icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Hillcrest Park or Bailey Park in Taylorville.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation aims to foster, promote, and stimulate economic development. They're here to help your business grow. Find out more on the Shelby County Economic Development Corporation by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak. This is the WTIM Morning Show. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. I got Bruce Blanchard in the studio with me today. He's the director of the Christian County YMCA. We talked a little bit about the fall soccer programs, off to a great start this year. 140 participants, 12 teams. Great start to that. They have a great auction coming up as well, November 10th. It's the 35th annual YMCA auction. That'll get going at 7 p.m. at the Pillars Event Center. It's a big one there. And now let's get into some upcoming events, some new and returning events. The Rock Steady Boxing class. Bruce, we talk about this sometimes. Sometimes we get cut off by time, but I want to talk about this great class today.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it is really a great class that the YMCA is involved in because it helps those who have been diagnosed with Parkinson's. And so I guess, it's the rigorous exercise of boxing. And so it's rhythmic, it's rigorous, it helps to kind of thwart off, or kind of hold off that developmental process of the disease, and gives them increases their stamina, and their just their physical exercise, so that I think by doing that, it helps them throughout that process. It's a horrible disease, and we've had times where I think there's been up to maybe 16 people in the class, and there's times it's been like 2 or 3. So I guess the good news is when it's only 2 or 3, maybe then that means that there's less folks who've been impacted by Parkinson's, and that's what I would like to hope anyway. Because when you see more and more people up there, it's upsetting. But I tell you, it's great to know that the Y helps them. And so Tuesdays, Thursday mornings from 9 to 10:30. If they have been diagnosed with Parkinson's, and or if they have Parkinson's and they've had it for a while, please give us a call, 217-287-7271. Come on out, come out, see if you like it. I know exercise isn't for everybody, and there's some folks who come, Tim, and they think, I don't like this isn't fun, and they come back, and then they do a little something different, and then they'll come back, and the volunteers and staff are so good because they encourage them, and they get the most out of them. They push them, and they get it to where they're trying to, you want them to be fatigued, and if they're fatigued, you've done your job. And I think really in talking to the staff and volunteers, I think they appreciate the fact that that's why they're up there. That's why they're helping, because they do see that it does help people. And so they know that they're doing something that is impactful,
Yeah.
and helping others.
Just so many amazing things to touch on right there. For one, boxing, it doesn't take any hand-eye coordination, but for one, if you've ever done it before, it's going to get your heart rate up. It's going to get you out of breath pretty fast. So, I mean, anyone can go to their own pace, which is really cool. The volunteers, obviously, they're seeing how great this is. And with Parkinson's, very physically debilitating disease, I'm no doctor, but, getting back active and working out those muscles that might start decaying a little bit, that's going to help out your situation a lot. So it seems like this has been really good. It's good to hear that people are returning for this, and a fight against a really tough disease. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're really involved in it. When I first came back in October of 21, and I saw that we had that program, I'm like, how cool is that? I'm like, that years ago we didn't have that. And so the YMCA has really kind of branched out and kind of tried to expand our programming base and tried to do more than just youth sports or fitness classes. So and even though this is somewhat of a fitness class, you're boxing, you're hitting heavy bag, speed bag, you're doing some other things too. And it's just great that we can impact folks in our community that way.
Without a doubt, not leaving anyone out. You said we got the kids, we got the teens, we got the grade schoolers. Now we got people that are dealing with a tough disease. Bruce, we're almost out of time here. I wanted to talk about a couple more things. Still employment opportunities with the YMCA. You still looking for lifeguards over there?
For sure. Please, if you're a lifeguard, if you're in high school, you're looking for a job, your training is free. We get you certified, we get you trained, and it's a great opportunity, great part-time job. We work around folks' schedule. We know everybody's busy, even in high school, even moms and dads at home, or anybody looking for a part-time job. But we're always looking for after school, before school childcare staff, swim lesson instructors, deck supervisors, facility supervisors. The list goes on and on. So if anyone's looking for a part-time job, give us a call at the Y, 217-287-7271. We'd be glad to have you join our team.
There you go. And YMCA helping out with lifeguard training there. That's a huge benefit. And thank you so much, Bruce, for coming in today, getting
Thanks,
us
Tim.
all informed on the YMCA. And I appreciate it. And look forward to the next time we're speaking.
Appreciate it. Same thing, Tim.
Absolutely. That's Bruce Blanchin, the director of the Christian County YMCA, talked all about the great programs and events coming up here with the Christian County YMCA. An amazing auction, the 35th annual, coming up on November 10th. Don't forget about Rocksteady Boxing, those great classes that involve people with Parkinson's disease. They're really getting everyone involved over there at the YMCA. This has been Tim Zalabak here on the WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD.